Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So it's about 5:40, 22.7 degrees Celsius, 69% humidity. Welcome to September 12th, Saturday, 73.2 degrees. Anyway, I finally cut the grass, and quite honestly it took all day. The issue I had was, because I haven't cut the lawn in so long, I had to cut some of it in first gear. So anyway, now it looks like human beings live here again, right? Instead of animals. So that's a big plus. Everything seemed to conspire against shooting a video today. I first cutting the grass took forever. Then just as I was finishing cutting the grass, it started to rain, which means I had to put away the tractor real quick and get all the pellets out of the trucks and get them put away real quick before they got all wet. So I got that done. Then I went to shoot this video, and this is my other camera, and the reason why it's my other camera is because my primary camera, the upside down camera, was missing its battery. I found the camera, I couldn't find the battery. Then I picked up this camera and it was out of memory. So anyway, there we are, finally, progress. So what did I want to talk about today? This is the engine I put all that time and effort into, right? You guys should know it well. And I didn't replace any gaskets. I was very careful, but you can see I'm kind of, looks like this corner here is leaking a little bit. So I need to figure out what's going on with that. Not a major leak, but enough to be annoying. You guys know I don't like bikes that leak oil. Anyhow, it's time to put it together and put it on the bike. But I oiled this up a little bit, but it's kind of got, it's like crunchy. So that means it's going to need to come apart and the bearings need to be cleaned. I guess you take this nut off and then you know, use a puller, and I guess you tap it out and it comes out the back, right? That side's bigger than this side, so then after you do that, I guess you can mess with the bearings, right, on both sides. So I was looking at that, and then I also said to myself, why not smash a torque converter on this thing? And what I do with the mounting plate. I told you, right, guys? Everything is conspiring against me shooting this video. Oh, there we are. I'm like losing stuff all over the place. So, mounting plate. The way this works is it just bolts right up here, right? Not all that hard, right? Any rocket scientist could do this. Most of you guys seem to shave. Oops, that shows. Bolts in this direction. Most of you guys seem to have to shave that thing off, the drain plug, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have to, right? Looks like if I center up, I'm all fine. But one of the problems I am going to run into is this bolted up here on the outside of this shaft is where you put the gear. Hang on a minute while I drop the motor on the ground, right? But if you look at the way this looks when this thing is all bolted up, right? See how the gear is like right there? And see where the gear is on that one? So if I had that one on, the gear would be right about here. Obviously, with that guy on it, the gear is inches, at least 2, maybe 3 inches in the wrong place, that way. Well, if my gear is moving in that direction 3 inches, means my motor has to move in this direction 3 inches, or the chain's not going on. So that's or actually I have to move the engine. Looks like I'm going to have to move the engine even further this way. I got my directions backwards. So I'm looking at that, and to be honest with you, I'm not really liking that. The Rupp Roadster, which is kind of what this thing will be a lot like if I put the torque converter on it, right? The Rupp Roadster from my childhood. The Rupp Roadster, you had the torque converter, and then there was a jack shaft, which realigned everything, which kind of got rid of some of your left-right movement. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. I have the other engine that already has a torque converter on it. It's a Briggs. So, just quickly, I'll show that to you. And the torque converter is bolted right up on this thing already. Yep, conspiring against me. But once again, you could see, oh, actually this might be a better situation, right? Because look where the gear is on this torque converter, right? The other torque converter must be, I wonder if I'm doing things wrong. Perhaps the gear does belong on the inside like that. And if that's the case, everything is right where it needs to be. And it'd be easy to smash that torque converter on there. The torque converter did not come with any instructions. So I had an assumption that the gear was all the way on the outside. That does not appear to be the case. It appears as if the gear is going to be right in the same place as the gear currently is, which makes life a heck of a lot easier. That just means yeah, however this all goes together. Yeah, this is a box of junk I got, well, box of parts I got from BMI. Where's BMI? So anyway, there it is, BMI stuff. These carbs were like $2 each. I'm not sure why. I was really so thrilled about getting them. They were like, once again, $2 each, but I really thought that I'd be able to bolt them up to something. I didn't realize they were flange mount, so they were useless. But these discs were like $2. So I got one of those on the golf cart out there. So that did come in handy. I don't know. A lot of times with this stuff, when you buy it, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But that's pretty good if I get to put the chain, the sprocket for the chain right here. That more or less keeps everything right in alignment, exactly in alignment, just like this one, right? Might as well drop it. Because this is bolted right up against the engine, and the sprocket is right there, and that's exactly the way this is, bolted up against the engine, and the sprocket will be right there. That'll be cool. So maybe this thing is going to have a torque converter after all, which will be cool. This bike with a torque converter, I think, will be a real joy to beat about on. With a torque converter, right now it's running, it's kind of a 2-to-1, I think, right, gear reduction. I'll still have the gear reduction, but I think the torque converter lets me get 4-to-1 for coming out of the hole, and then 1-to-1 for top speed, where this stays at that 2-to-1, so that should be nice. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think it's 12, so yeah. 11, so 22 if the clutch has 12 on it. So yeah, this runs a permanent 2-to-1 reduction. With the torque converter, I think I could get as much 4 or 5-to-1. So coming out of the hole, it'll be strong like a mule, but top speed I'm 1-to-1, which will double the overall speed. So anyway, yeah, I'm still debating whether I should, well, no matter what, I should take it apart and clean it up and find out what's going on with those bearings in there. Or perhaps I should just spray tons of oil in it and run it. Maybe they'll loosen up. I don't know. I am tempted to. You know what? I think I'm going to do the torque converter. My lean is the torque converter. I think I'm going to go for it. Anyway, folks, let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and get out there and enjoy all your days. Nobody knows how many you're going to get, so you got to get out there and have fun, right? When it's over, it's over. So, also, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. Bye now.